Third day of monsoon session ended without business, with both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha adjourned for the day. Ruckus over Lalit Modi and Vyapam issue continued in both the houses for the third straight day, with Congress-led opposition remaining adamant on demand for resignation of External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and Chief Ministers of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. BJP has hit out at Congress for stalling Parliament proceedings. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Venkaiah Naidu said that Congress is running away from discussions, adding that there is no question of any minister resigning. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan also slammed Congress for blocking parliamentary proceedings. Meanwhile, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi reiterated that there will be no discussion without resignation. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan today referred the breach of privilege motion against Robert Vadra to the Privileges Committee. Congress has lodged its protest against the Speaker's move. BJP had moved a privilege motion in the Lok Sabha against Robert Vadra, saying that he criticized the functioning of Parliament in a Facebook post. Supreme Court today modified its July 7th order and allows state governments with certain conditions to exercise power of remission to release life convicts. The Apex Court, however, made it clear that this order will not apply to Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, which is being heard at present. Yaqub Memon, who is to be hanged on 30th of July for his role in the 1993 Bombay blasts, has asked the Supreme Court to stop his execution on grounds that a lower court's death warrant is illegal. The warrant issued by a trial court did not follow procedure and guidelines, Yaqub's lawyer told Supreme Court, citing a case in May when the death warrants of an Uttar Pradesh couple were cancelled. Supreme Court had then said that such warrants cannot be issued unless the convict has exhausted all legal options. A day after Delhi Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung rejected appointment of Swati Maliwal as DCW Chief, the Delhi government has sent Maliwal's file to the Lieutenant Governor for approval. Meanwhile, Swati Maliwal today claimed that her office had been locked down. However, hours later it was found open, though her nameplate was removed. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Rajyavardhan Rathore today said that expanding the reach of radio with expansion of FM via Phase 3 auctions is the need of the hour. Rathore also reiterated commitment to autonomy of Prasar Bharati and hailed achievements of AIR on the occasion of India Broadcasting Day. The BJP today re-inducted former Rajya Sabha MP Sabir Ali into the party. Ali was a JDU MP till March 2014 when he was expelled from the party. He joined BJP on March 28th. Ali's induction in the BJP had created tremors in the party last year owing to stiff opposition by several party leaders, and his membership was cancelled within 24 hours of his joining the party. Curfew was relaxed for varying time periods in Jamshedpur as no untoward incident was reported in the city. Curfew was relaxed for 2 hours in the morning in Mango, Azad Nagar, Olidi and MGM from 8 am to 10 am. Apart from these areas, curfew in rest of the areas has been relaxed from 10 am till 6 pm. Curfew was clamped in Jamshedpur following violent clashes between members of two communities over alleged eve-teasing incident in Mango area on last Monday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid floral tributes to freedom fighter Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak in the Parliament House on his 159th birth anniversary. Home Minister Rajnath Singh, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Venkaiah Naidu, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley and other dignitaries were present on the occasion. Greece has taken a crucial step towards a bailout after its parliament passed a crucial second set of reforms. The passage of the measures means that negotiations on an €86 billion bailout can begin. The reforms includes changes to Greek banking and an overhaul of the judiciary system. Thousands demonstrated outside parliament as the bill was debated, with protests briefly turning violent as petrol bombs were thrown at police. Prominent Republican senators indicated that they hope to defeat the passage of a landmark nuclear deal with Iran when it comes up for a vote. US President Barack Obama, a Democrat, and other top officials have begun a full-bore effort to persuade skeptical lawmakers not to fight the deal. In Egypt, at least 19 people were drowned and 6 others were injured after a ferry collided with a cargo boat and capsized in the Nile River. The incident took place late last night in Warak area near Cairo. Following the collision, the passenger boat sustained damages, causing it to sink in the river. 6 people have been rescued and the captain of the cargo boat has been arrested. In Iraq, a car bomb exploded in a crowded marketplace in capital Baghdad. At least 20 people were killed and many others were injured in the blast. 48 people were injured in another blast in the Shurta neighborhood of southwestern Baghdad. The Indian team for the 3-test series tour to Sri Lanka has been announced. Virat Kohli will lead the team with Wriddhiman Saha, the wicketkeeper. KL Rahul's good show in the Indian A game got him a place in the test team. Harbhajan Singh retained his place in the team while Amit Mishra made a comeback. The team banks on 8 batsmen, 4 pacers and 3 spinners.